remember, I still get a giggle whenever I think about an argument I got in with someone on Twitter over Face Off. They referred to Face Off as a John Travolta movie, and I was like, "Excuse me, lady, it is a Nic Cage movie. John Travolta just happened to be in it."
Okay, starting off right with the haterade, but you know what? That actually guides me right into something that I was thinking about because you were all like, "Oh, we got to talk about the importance, the must-see films. Everything I bring to this channel is something that is very important and very relevant." Willy's Wonderland.
I did say ahead of time it was revenge, and I did say immediately that I regretted it, and I wasn't going to do it again. So
No, this no, the
lesson
thing I was gonna
learned.
say.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, no, the thing I was gonna say, this freaking cat, she was like sitting in front of the window and like watching birds. 'Cause I put a bird feeder like right out there. Just I wanna look at some birds.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there looking at it, and a bird like dropped down to the ground, and she dunk, like smashed her cat forehead like right into the glass, and she didn't like respond like, "Oh, that was a whoopsie." No, just donk, and just like her eyes like stare. Like, she went into the glass and just stared at the bird like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you." Like just in whatever little cat voice she had, and then like I just kind of I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Dude, you speak English. I know you do."
Yep.
My nephew
I
asked me
think
if I believe in skinwalkers, and I'm like, don't spend too much time at my house, otherwise you are going to.
right, right. Well, to my knowledge, I seem to recall hearing that they have studied this. They have done studies and about whether or not pets like recognize when you talk to them, if do they know their name, like when you call them by their name, do they recognize that you're talking to them? And then the conclusions of the study was that dogs, yes, absolutely, they know their name, what you call them. Cats also know their name, but do not care.
Okay, see, that just makes me really happy about mine because, like, when I'm in a room and I call my cat, or if I say her name, I will get the, and I'm like,
There you go. Yeah.
we're tight.
Yep. No. Yep. What?
Applesauce, dude. I love it. Thank you so much. That was the most random thing. One of our guys has come through like, I ate half a lemon today. I'm proud of you. I'm proud.
Why?
I want to know why too, but I honestly also don't care. You know what? Applesauce, dude, I'm proud of you. You ate half a lemon. I couldn't do that.
I don't know what to say. I honestly don't, because no, I don't think I could do that either. But also, I wouldn't want to. It's
My dog was like in the kitchen staring at me when I was like making guacamole one night. So I had a lemon in my hand. She's like, "Ball?" And I'm like, "No." And then I thought about it, and I'm like, "This is a teachable moment right here."
Right? Yeah, exactly. See, I would have thought of that too. Yeah.
The response from Applesauce, dude, vitamin C. You know what? Check. You got it, man. You know what? Hey, not everybody reacts to the sour stuff like others.
I guess that's true.
Oh, no, but the dog thing. No, so I gave the dog the lemon, and I was thinking like the dog would bite into it and go, ah, and I'd have like a funny little memory with my dog. No,
Sure,
dude,
yeah.
she like bit into it. She's like, oh, I love this, and started like chomping on it like super hard. And I'm like, I don't know if this is a bad thing. It
No,
wasn't.
you just unlocked a new thing. So now you know when the dog's good, give them a lemon. Let them know that they've done good. That's probably cheaper than some bacon strips or something like that. Probably better for them than bacon strips. In fact.
Oh, probably. No, it was one of those things that the dog had just eaten one of my plants, like my planters, one of
Mm.
my ceramic ones. And I was
Oh
like,
no.
I don't know what this thing can digest and what it can't. Like, it seems
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's a garbage disposal.
Hmm.
Like you
Yeah.
got people like, oh God, my dog ate this. What if it chokes? I don't think I think there's a spinning blade in the esophagus of my dog. Uh,
Anyway,
No,
so
it's
what I was getting to, by the way, when I said, if we're going to talk about this, we should go online. Was in reference to, like, you were talking about, you've been getting feedback on the book, you've been sending it around to beta readers and stuff like that. There is a lot of
Mhm.
consensus about first chapter versus second chapter and stuff like that. This, I believe, is a great example of what we were talking about before about killing your darlings. Because you have a very special connection to this first chapter because it is the first thing that you ever wrote. But being the first thing you ever wrote, it kind of also is your weakest piece. Everything that came after that is better
well, it's the
because you
first thing I
just kept
wrote
getting better.
on this one, but I mean, I wrote a good chunk of the musician before
Oh,
sending that.
I mean, you
But
outlined the musician. I don't
oh
know if
no,
that counts.
I wrote the prologue.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did.
The
I
whole
remember reading
crime
that. Right.
setup,
Yeah.
the whole thing. No, I mean, I
Okay.
wrote I guess I compared to what I found out my writing style is, I wrote a rough draft.
Mhm.
That's what I did.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds better. Okay. Now I remember reading that. Yeah. But my point still stands. It is like you got better throughout the process of writing this book. So there's no reason why you wouldn't just want to completely rewrite chapter 1 with the new skill that you acquired
Oh,
throughout the course of the book,
no,
That's what I'm
I
saying is that
definitely agree with that. Uh, Godzilla is the king, and Ghidorah, I do not see the rest of your name. I'm sorry. Asks, do we play Fortnite?
no.
Neither do I. I feel like that's like the battle royale setup, everything like that. It seems like a lot of fun, definitely, especially if you get a good group of friends going with it. But hey, welcome back, applesauce, dude. We're in the preamble, so I'm answering all the comments and doing all that stuff.
No, good call, yeah.
Uh, y'all ever watched Sonic Underground? That's a question for you. You had kids.
Yeah, and no, Sonic Underground was not on the rotation. I don't recall
Wait a
seeing
minute.
that one.
Sonic Underground. Okay, I don't actually remember which one Sonic Underground was, but I know I watched a Sonic cartoon when I was a kid. I
I
guess I
do
don't know
recall
how
something.
recent it is.
Was it that, like,
Sonic Underground.
I seem to recall there was like a 3D. It wasn't like a 3D
It was a
animation one.
1999 TV season. Yeah, so I was like
Yeah.
12 or 13. I had to have watched it.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing clips of it, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Yeah, that's that one that is where my love of chili dogs got reaffirmed. And I'm guessing that's probably why I had such hardcore acid reflux issues in my early 30s. Because I did not walk away from that addiction.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, just to remind everybody how this is working now, we're doing reactions, and we're going to be reacting to a Nic Cage flick Adaptation tonight. Let it go for a little bit, answer some questions, do a little bit of talk. Remind you that Doc, as the published author of Modus Operandi and the first 4 released books of the Outside World series.
Thank you. And Brad's upcoming book, Ryuki's Way, is currently in post processing. In fact, he was just telling me that he's starting the process with a real professional editor, and so we might be seeing that very soon.
Oh my god! Thank you, applesauce, dude. I love that name, man. That's a lot of these names that come up on YouTube, like Godzilla is the king, and I want to know what Ghidorah is. That is killing me. If that just says, if that dude's name is just Ghidorah is the ... that is deliciously evil. I bet that's not what it is, but I'm still gonna say that is trolling on an epic level. Oh man, no, it's I wasn't sure if I was gonna be on time for tonight because I was talking to the owner of a sports association, which, like, when we were buying the house, they're like, "There's a
Like you do.
voluntary HOA," and I'm like, "What is a voluntary HOA?" And I called the guy, and he's like, "We're not an HOA, man. It's just, do you want to come fish at this lake? Do you want to have access to the national forest through here?" And I'm like, access to a national forest like half a mile down the road? Yeah, I think so.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I can't
no,
think of
like I was
why-
talking to the guys like barbecues, all this, and if you're with the association, then you get it called Ghidorah. Oh man. Okay, so it does have an answer. It's Godzilla is the king and Ghidorah is a loser.
It
I mean,
almost
it's not
makes me
wrong.
wish I knew who Ghidorah was. I mean,
Dude, what? Okay, I know you're not a horror movie guy, but you were not a Godzilla fan growing up, like with the movies and the visual effects and all this stuff. I mean, you're a film guy. I figured that
yeah,
would.
not necessary.
Yeah.
My first Godzilla movie was the one with Matthew Broderick.
I knew you
so
were gonna say that.
I wasn't
I knew you were gonna say
exactly.
that.
I wasn't
knew it.
exactly impressed.
I knew
So
it.
yeah.
And that was mine as well, and I loved it. I have received so much shade, and I have been shamed so hard because I love that. But I'm gonna give you 2 reasons. The girl who played the reporter, I get it. I'm sorry. I get it. I'm sorry. But
I do not remember who that was.
oh no, like just she reminded me of I was like 11 years old when I saw the movie. Had an epic crush on this like 25,
Oh.
30-year-old woman who looked
Sure.
just like her. So I never saw that
We've
woman
all been
again.
there, yeah.
So I saw the movie and I'm like, her.
Yeah. Okay. So
And then, of
okay,
course,
I get that. Yeah, I can
Jean
relate.
Reno. You can't go wrong with Jean Reno.
Yes, you can.
What? Where? When? What? How?
The Pink Panther, 2.
Oh, the second one?
Yeah. I think.
I don't
well,
remember-
No,
I
he
don't
might.
remember the
I might be
second
thinking of the first
But I
one
guarantee you, Jean Reno was not the weak link.
as well. Mm,
Oh,
he
I
certainly
guarantee
didn't
it.
help. He didn't help.
I loved the first Pink Panther. I laughed myself into oblivion on that one. But I was 18. I was like in like my very first real relationship. Like I had all the butterflies and all the giddies going anyway. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, so I honestly don't know how I feel about it. But again, Jean Reno and you know what? Actually, no. Just thinking about Steve Martin crying, trying to pronounce hamburger.
Because here's the thing, I have been a Steve Martin fan for as long as I can remember,
Right.
and the fact that nothing in that movie made me laugh hurt more than I can say. And so it's like
Really?
it's not. Yeah, it's not just that I didn't like the movie. It's that I'm
Wait a
angry
minute. Hold
about
on,
how
hold on,
much
hold
I
on.
didn't like the movie.
You were in a really bad marriage and depressed and angry. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and say that might not have been the movie's fault. I can see you sitting
Are
there.
you sure you
with,
didn't like the movie, or maybe your life just sucks?
I'm not trying to be mean, but are you sure you weren't sitting there with your 2 kids and your angry ass wife, and sitting there just going, "I wanted to be a filmmaker," and like just hating the movie?
I'm quite sure that was not the case. Yes.
The whole scenario, it's all here. It's completely painted. I can see it because it's been that way for me. Like with oh God, what's the Burn After Reading?
Oh yeah.
That
yeah.
one did not even get close to landing on me the first time I saw it.
Mhm. I don't think I cared for it much either. Actually, not.
Okay,
Now that I think about
applesauce,
it.
dude, you got to understand. Doc and I have known each other for 12 years now. We like, okay, the comment is like, he's like, bruh, you can't just say that about a guy to his face.
Thank you, applesauce, dude. Thank you very much. You have a yeah. Tell him.
No, but that is one of those things. It's like, yes, if you just met a guy and you start hearing something, yeah, there's some things that maybe pump the brakes. Don't
Yeah.
say. If you've known somebody for 12 years and you've heard them say the jokes and all that
Yeah.
stuff a million
No,
times.
yeah. I got divorced like 20 years ago. All right, I'm over it. Thank you very much, though, for coming to my defense. I feel that. I appreciate it.
No, and I do. As soon as I read that comment, I'm like, I know how I look. I know how that looks. That was brutal. I know it. I get it. Was there a lie in there, though?
Nah, well, I mean, you were incorrect, but it wasn't a lie.
I'm still gonna guess that happened at least one. At least one, because like I was saying about Burn After Reading, first time I had two roommates. I was living in a trailer park, right in between deployments. I never wanted to live in a party house, yet I kept living in party houses.
Mm.
And I just hated it. And everybody got together, sat down, and like the whole place watched Burn After Reading. And I was like, this movie sucks. A few years later, I watched it again. I was rolling on the floor.
So here's the one time that I can confirm that had any real effect. Okay, and we're about to get real a second here, folks. So buckle in here. I unfortunately have not been able to enjoy the Brendan Fraser Mummy series because the first time I saw the Mummy, it was with my at the time wife and a guy who a couple months later I found out she was having an affair with.
Okay,
so
yeah, a little heavy.
Yeah. I haven't been able to see any of the sequel. I haven't seen Mummy 2. I haven't seen Scorpion King. I cannot rewatch The Mummy.
Okay, here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say about that. It sucks that you can't rewatch The Mummy.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest, that's okay. I mean, The Mummy 2, it's got a couple moments. Sure, it's Brendan Fraser. It's got some moments. Whoa. Okay, Applesauce dude, what have you never seen? I'm very curious here. Which of what we've been talking about? Any of the Mummy franchise? Because that first one is solid gold. But that raises the question. You said you didn't like it the first time even.
I mean, it was because there was okay, so I didn't know, but I knew something was up, and it was kind of distracting.
You know.
Yeah,
no. Okay,
it made it different. It made it difficult for me to get into the movie, and it's like I can remember scenes from it, and I'm like, yeah, that was a pretty good movie, and I could see why people liked it and why but it's like I couldn't get into it because there was a tension in the room that I couldn't quite put my finger on, and it was bugging me,
Whoa, okay. So Applesauce dude says that he has never seen or heard of The Mummy.
Really?
I have a hard time believing that, because there's that meme that goes around that says my sexuality is the 1999 film The Mummy.
Right, yeah. Like I'm on TikTok. Apparently like half your generation had their bi awakening thanks to that movie, So like I'm
not going to sit here and say that's not understandable.
No, I mean, hey, we all come from somewhere, but Applesauce dude.
For the women, you had Rachel Weisz. For the dudes, you had Brendan Fraser, and oh man, I always forget the dude's name, the guy who played Imhotep. But even the dude who played Jonathan, I mean, that guy got an extreme amount of love just for being such a lovable character.
Right, yeah. Yep.
And everything that Benny says was quotable. Okay, yeah. Gonna have to watch. Oh man, but you just said what you said about it, so now I don't want to watch The Mummy on the channel.
This is not here. I'm not here to take anything away. I am happy that people get to enjoy it. I wish I could enjoy it. It's just kind of one of those lingering things.
You go check that out, Applesauce dude. Like
I recommend it as well.
We talk about must-sees and stuff like that. As far as the cultural zeitgeist of just the comedy, the one-liners, a lot of the things that people say, a lot of the jokes to be in on, The Mummy is definitely one of those movies.
Oh sure, yeah.
Like if you've ever heard somebody randomly yell out while you're out at the lake or something like that, "Hey Benny, you're on the wrong side of the river." Like
exactly, yeah.
I have heard that a dozen times. I have heard that come out of my mouth half a dozen times while out at it because it's good times.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And if you're at all a Brendan Fraser fan, it is kind of peak Brendan Fraser, that movie. Like you'd be, I mean.
I still don't know. That's peak Brendan Fraser of what we've had so far. But the Brendan Fraser that we got back after his blacklisting and everything like that, it's a different animal. I don't know if we've seen the peak of him yet.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
I'm willing.
They did let him act back when he was Beefcake and stuff like that. He still got to act, but not like they're letting him now.
No, that's true. That is true.
It's $14 on Amazon. You know what? Last time I checked, it was actually free on YouTube. So Netflix, all that. But yeah, if you got YouTube Premium, I'm pretty sure The Mummy is on
$14.
YouTube Movies. And if not, I think you can watch YouTube Movies just by going through the ads. Look at me promoting YouTube. Come on, YouTube, kick that algorithm for me. All right, so what do you say? You want to get into adaptation?
Let's do this. We should probably, since we got people watching, we should warn them they're not going to see the movie.
No, so the way that this works is we're going to pull up the movie Adaptation for us, but because of copyright issues and all that, we can't show you guys the movie. So if you want to pull up the movie, we'll set up the timer and we'll have that, and we'll be giving our commentary, our reaction. A lot of you guys are familiar with how YouTube reactions or streaming reactions works. After a year of us not doing it and covering movies, we just decided to start doing it. So
Pick it up a little bit. I do, though. I gotta say, I do kind of miss the long form discussion. Watching the movie, taking a day to think about it, and then deconstructing it on the air.
I was thinking about that as well, because when I was going through some of the edits and the videos that we have from this, without the scripted out recap and all that, the jokes aren't there.
Yeah.
So, no, well, I was going to talk to you about that in the after hour, and maybe do some workshopping on the workshop.
Sure. Why not? Why not?
Oh, I know. No, I wish you guys could still hear it, but no, like the copyright, the music from the movie, the score, everything like that, like YouTube's gotten really good at that. But if you pull it up on any other platform and all that, we'll kick it and we'll roll together.
We will also be releasing a complete recording, so if you want to do it later on, if you wanted to time it up, we'll be doing it riff. You can riff tracks it that way and just like sync us up with it when you watch it later.
And there will be a reaction video that's going to have clips from the movie.
The tiny, tiny pieces they let us use. Little nuggets.
Right, yeah, no, the little bits. All right, just pulling up some things here. I was hoping I could say that it was on Amazon Prime, because that's the one that most people have, but all right. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready. I'm ready.
All right, and here we are with Adaptation. And start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is Adaptation, directed by Spike Jonze, written by Susan Orlean and Charlie Kaufman, starring Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, and Chris Cooper. And some opening narration.
Did you call that opening narration or just tension right off the bat?
I don't know, but it's making me sad. I'm balding. There's a growth on my leg. I mean, come on, man. Oh, Maggie Gyllenhaal's in this too. Okay, dude, this opening narration is giving me like anxiety.
Dude, this is what it's like in my head all the time.
Oh god, that was the wrong time to key in after what you just said. Oh my God, how long is this going to go? Wait, onset of being John Malkovich?
Yep, that's also a Charlie Kaufman movie.
I wonder, is this real BTS?
It's a good question. I don't know. Certainly looks like it.
Okay, so this is like a documentary. And Nic Cage is playing Kaufman.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Whoa, look at that head.
Mm-hmm. How did I get here? And the
How did I get here? A meteor hits the earth. You know, I like that the meme of the guys like, what if, like, we're all aliens, and when the meteor destroyed the dinosaurs, that was our spaceship. And I'm like, I like that better. Oh,
Yeah.
that was unsettling.
Yep. I've seen that in like 100 documentaries, and it still sucks.
Okay, we actually they do. Okay, yeah, the people on YouTube are watching. Yeah, you're welcome. We just watched a baby like being born. Isn't that
It kind of looks like Tilda Swinton, but not really.
that is Tilda Swinton, isn't it?
I think it is actually. Yeah.
It's weird. She actually looks like a woman.
Looks a
Like
normal person.
she
Yeah.
she always looks like androgynous. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm loving Nick Cage's portrayal here.
Mm.
A movie about flowers. Okay, there was some Nick Cage. What does he feel strongly about? That he wants to write a story where there's no story?
Basically, is what he's saying. Yeah. He wants to. They're asking him to adapt this book, and he's saying, "I want to adapt it as it is, which is just a profile of this man, and not some Hollywood, adventure. It doesn't need to be," is what he's saying. He's saying this story by itself, the way it is just fine. I don't want to Hollywood it, is what he's saying.
That oh man, just walking through the swamp with nah, no, no gator, no swamp puppies. I am not here for that. Oh my God, is that Bobby Singer?
I think it is.
Is that Jim Beaver? That's Jim Beaver. It's Bobby. Skinny Bobby.
He really is skinny. Wow. Barely recognize him.
Oh man, it's not gonna happen, but I still want him to say idiot. Oh no, he's not gonna be a red shirt, is he? All right, so yeah, this guy is setting up. Don't red shirt Bobby. Oh, I hate this guy. Come on, Bobby. What? That was interestingly riveting and like what was it about?
That's what's in the book. That's what's in the Orchid Thief.
Oh, so this is a real book.
Yep.
Oh, and was that supposed to be like a scene from the book that we're seeing?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, is he crazy?
That is his twin brother.
That makes a lot of sense. This guy kind of sucks. Oh, very funny. Well, who's that?
I don't know. She's familiar though.
Holy crap.
Ooh. She's a keeper.
Seems to be. $8 months? Is this the first kiss?
They didn't
Nope.
even kiss. That doesn't even count. God, I know this all too well.
This, man, I got things to do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna nail it. I need something to eat first. So it's her story?
Yeah, Susan Orlean's a real person. Orchid Thief is a real book. They really wanted to make an adaptation of it. This is what Kaufman did when they asked him to do it. It actually won an Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Huh. I mean, I'm sorry, those are beautiful. I'm a plant guy, and those are beautiful. I was just about to say, maybe I don't hate this guy, and then bam.
Yeah, he was on a roll there. It was that last line.
Well, hello, Streep. I didn't like that moan. Oh. Okay, so this is a story within a story within a story.
Yeah. Oh, good lord, man.
Oh, come on, man. Okay, okay. Is that really his brother, or is like there a dead body up there that is laying on the floor that like he's hallucinating, and that's why he's like, I can't bring her up. She'll see Fred. She seems super thirsty for him, and I'm starting to feel bad for her.
I know, right? That was your last shot, Charlie.
Oh, buddy. Oh, I can't tell if my heart's in my stomach or if my stomach is about to come out of my mouth. Like, oh, that hurts. Oh, buddy. Okay, story within a story within a story, and now we're Florida 3 years. Or wait, no, this is the story.
Hmm. Yeah, no, we're still in the Orchid Thief here.
Oh man, I know a few guys like that. Oh, I always hate it when the subtitles don't match the dialogue.
Yeah.
Funny smelling van. Like writing down delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
What? Really? Okay, I'm loving that guy a little bit more.
Mm.
Okay.
That's a touch creepy.
No. Oh, back up. Back up and go, girl. Okay, run!
What? What?
What was that?
Na- was that some Kaufman weirdness, or is that like
No,
we've
man,
been
I
led to
grew
believe
up
that that's what
close to,
actually happens
I grew up in
in
between a few
the
reservations. No.
but at the same time, supposedly anything we see that's the Orchid Thief is what was in the book, which is supposedly a true story.
What the? I don't like that this reminds me of somebody so hard. Okay, I want Morgan Freeman. Nah, I
This
don't like.
would be phenomenal with Morgan Freeman. That is true.
I would be being seduced if this was Morgan Freeman. This is creeping me out. God, I'm trying to think of the guy's name from the BBC.
Oh,
Super famous.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm forgetting his name now too.
Every time you try to think of it, you know, like when he really wants it. Attenborough.
Attenborough, David Attenborough. Yes, that's
Thank
it.
you, David. Hey, I know that guy. Oh my God,
Meryl Streep just.
she's never not just incredibly charming.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, how is she just exude adorableness all the time? Like that was insane about just how wildly adorable that whole scene was for her.
I know I'm supposed to be reacting, but Meryl Streep is talking. God, that really is beautiful. Hey, I'm being seduced right now.
Mm.
See, much better with her voice to this.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a story within a story. It's like a story about like a screenplay writer and the book writer.
Yes. Yeah. You could say that. Yeah.
Okay, see, I thought it was a fictitious story inside of a fictitious story inside of a real
Yeah.
story.
No. Yeah. No, everything that's taking place in the terms of in the spans of the Orchid Thief itself is all nonfiction.
Okay.
LaRoche is a real person. Orleans is a real person. This all really happened. I mean, ish. It's a movie
So
still,
it's
but
nonfiction
you know what I
within
mean.
nonfiction within nonfiction.
Yes, but
That's cool. I like
the
this.
Charlie Kaufman parts, the nonfiction is debatable.
Exaggerated.
There, yeah. Well, like for instance, Donald doesn't exist. His
Okay.
twin brother isn't a real person.
The hallucination, right? This might be like Woody Allen telling on himself in Deconstructing Harry.
Maybe a little bit, yeah. It's a weird brag.
what, what is this character? This is a real dude.
This is a real dude.
I shouldn't be surprised. Like I said, he's reminding me of somebody very intensely. that's, that's Judy Greer, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yep. As in, you're not my supervisor, Judy Greer. Yes.
That was such a pleasant thing. Oh, great. She's in more of this. Okay, I'm blushing here through the movie. Like, I think she's the best wife in the MCU.
You're not wrong. You're certainly not wrong.
We just saw that just happened. And also,
Yeah, yeah.
oh god, dude, go away.
Oh my god.
Dude, he's dropping so many hints that there's a multiple personality thing going on. Hey, shut up, man. Not all of us are learned individuals. See antecedents.
Right.
Yes, you are. How
Is that
excited?
how I sound when I drop knowledge like that? Do I sound like that?
A little bit, yes. Especially when you're
Oh,
talking to a pretty girl. I'm sure of it.
oh
When
no.
it's me, that's just me talking about plants. So we're both getting called out here in different ways.
Right, okay. All right. Ooh, oh.
Go for
Instant
it. Come on.
reaction. No, that was you saw the
Oh.
change in her face. The moment he started to ask that, like, wow.
Oh, and she's
Oh,
gonna
and now,
switch to a new.
yeah, no,
Oh.
that was the full Monty rejection there, man.
Uh, like this seems like I can't tell, but this seems I know what you have described this as, but without knowing anything, it seems like the potential of a love story where two characters are like on their way to like to clash.
It does feel like that. Yeah. Not for nothing, but I love this song.
Hmm.
I've heard I've heard like 8 versions of it, and they're all my favorite.
I can't hear it. What's the name of it?
It's Wild Horses.
Oh,
Um, I don't remember which band this is that's playing it though.
I really hope she's strapped. I just do. Like I'm worried for her. I know the book got written, but I'm still yeah.
Random freaking what's his name cameo. The guy who was the star of Being John Malkovich. I can't remember his name now.
Never actually saw it.
No, it's good. Cusack, John Cusack. Random John Cusack cameo. That's what it was. Doesn't even say anything.
Oh, I completely missed him. I didn't even see it. But oh, watched a great movie, a great Cusack movie recently.
Yeah.
1408, him and Sam Jackson.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've got some things to say about that one. We'll talk later.
Oh, the questions of being a
Standard
writer.
standard writer talk. That's
Yep.
not weird when you're a writer at all.
It isn't. It isn't. I've had some squeamish conversations, and on the other end, it's just been people going, "No, that's fine. Yeah."
Yeah.
So that's the sequel to Deconstructing Harry. Oh yeah, Cusack.
hmm It's John Cusack and Catherine Keener, the stars of Being John Malkovich.
Hey, Maggie! Now I finally recognize her. There's Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal, right in the background.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. She's Donald's girlfriend.
Have we been in the same setting twice yet in this movie?
Other than Charlie's house, no, I don't think so.
This,
We've been in Charlie's bedroom a few times, but other than that, no. Everywhere's been different.
good God, the location scouting and the budget for that.
Mm.
Oh, the epic level of pride in him saying that.
Mm.
Oh, the pity eyes. No.
Yeah.
Dude, he is killing the awkward.
Mm.
Cut to 139 years earlier. My God. Based off the rest of this movie, I'm guessing that's probably some epic actor, too.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look in the credits to see who played Darwin.
Uh. Oh, God. Have you ever done this?
No, no, I have not. Oh, jeez.
Oh, what a line. North Miami, 9 years earlier. I wonder if they're going to have him have all his teeth.
Looks like he does.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, he does. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, they did a good job.
That was really well done. Yeah,
that was.
Like, I knew it was coming, and it still got me.
Well, I was just about to talk about like his teeth and like the passing of time and stuff like that, but now I'm seeing how it went down, and I'm feeling real bad about every joke that I almost said.
Mm.
I don't.
That's an odd thing to say.
I would agree with that.
Yep.
I would too.
Nah.
Oh, he's growing on me.
Mm. It's probably why the book about him was such a big hit.
Okay, more Tilda. Okay, this is the Tilda I know.
Right.
That like serpent like looking into your soul thing.
Right. Like, she's the one who's there to talk Orleans into making this article into a book. She was at the beginning to talk Kaufman into taking the book into a script. I think they're trying to tell us that Tilda Swinton is the devil, coaxing everyone into these obsessive projects.
I was gonna call her the vehicle, but yeah, okay, devil.
He's
Those
been at
kind
this
of
for over
pressures.
3 months.
Okay, is that which
Yep.
which Kaufman is that though?
No, that's him. That's Charlie fantasizing of turning
Oh,
his
that's him
draft into the studio.
fantasizing.
Yeah, he turns his script into the studio exec that hired him, and she loves it so much she fucks him right there. That's the dream.
Hell of a dream.
I mean, it's not an uncommon dream.
Oh, dude. What? Wow. So that's how you write. Swear to God, meeting managers in LA, that was exactly how that went. Oh, I
Mm.
hated it. Good God, man. I'm like really relating to him in a weird way. I can't tell if he's like actually if he actually thinks that way or if he's just knocking him down because he's on a roll.
It's I mean basically we have your basic self insert thing going on. Kaufman self inserted himself, but he's got two versions of himself. He's got the charismatic hack, Hollywood hack, and his twin brother, the tortured artist. I'm glad I didn't grow up with siblings.
It's not like that. Well, maybe if I had a brother.
Hmm.
Maybe don't say "oh" the man's name when he's sitting in front of a bunch of porn. I mean, I'm putting suggestions out there. Like you don't have to take them.
Profound. That's actually really good writing right there. That I like. You get why
Yeah,
this
that
book was
landed.
popular.
Oh, man, yeah, we all do, but don't say that out loud. Like, not like that. Don't. Don't. You're gonna.
He is.
Is your brother standing right over you?
He's right outside the door waiting to hear the sound, so that's when he can burst right in. Like, hey, buddy! I mean, I know we're talking about Nick Cage here, so to pick a single career high would be difficult, but a sex scene with Meryl Streep has to be way up there.
I kind of wonder if they were even in the same room.
That was pretty chopped up. You got a point there. That may have been shot separately. You're right. Still counts though. It's Meryl Streep.
So now this is the movie we're watching.
Right. Oh, that was cute.
I mean, she's another adorable one, you know, just
Yeah.
constantly. I kind of feel bad for him, but he's got a smile on his face at the same time. So I'm like, all right, buddy,
Yeah.
riding high. Oh, I love the panic. I love it.
And other things
he
about.
is he is try. Oh, he is trying so hard to get out of there. Oh my god, I'm just realizing the actual author of the book like watched a movie where oh my
Right,
god.
yeah. Yeah. Susan Orlean's a real person and she saw this movie.
Wow, perfect way to describe Tilda Swinton. Statuesque.
Right? Yeah, no.
God, you're so mean to yourself, buddy. Oh man.
Oh God.
Oh god. Okay, I know I got my moments, but I haven't had a moment like that.
Right. Yeah.
Brother, flowers are fascinating on their own.
Mm.
Oh my god. It took me forever to realize who Chris Cooper is.
Oh yeah, he's Rocket,
Huh?
isn't he? Oh no, wait, I'm thinking of a different one. Never
That's
mind.
Bradley Cooper.
Who? That's Bradley Cooper. Right. My bad. Who did you realize he is?
Everybody. We'll talk after, but yeah.
Okay.
That would be one of my top ones.
Okay.
Again, 10 buckets of nope. You
You
never
know
catch
who
me
he's
walking
reminding
through
me
that.
of now? Like I know you say you know people personally of him, but you know who he reminds me of?
Hmm.
Mark Borchardt.
Very much so. But Mark
Mm.
Borchardt also reminded me of the dude I'm thinking of, so. How is she standing in the sun and there's no sun for him? These were not shot at the same time.
Probably not. But also, she is an angel, so maybe the sun just follows her wherever she goes.
Okay, the actor, yes. The character, no. Jesus. Yeah, no, seriously, know somebody exactly like him.
Mm.
Oh, don't do it on a plane.
Does that count as Mile High Club? I don't think so. I don't think it does. No.
Ask the right person. Dude, come on. Go, 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 go. Oh, ain't that how it's gotta go?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, do it. Do it. So
That was
relatable. But
amazing.
go.
That was amazing. That's why you get Nicolas Cage, is for that exact moment right there.
That was perfect.
It really truly was.
Okay, but she's excited to meet him, but she couldn't recognize him. How does that work?
He's his face isn't out there.
Oh, hey, good job, buddy. Way to go for the brother. I mean, he's been putting in the work.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is fair.
Okay, that probably hurts. Yeah, yeah. That was the best temper tantrum I've ever seen. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy. And the voiceover stops.
Yeah. I love that so much. I think that is my favorite part of the movie, is that just epic call out into himself.
Okay, this is a fantasy. Oh, I'm loving him. He's completely right. There's always something going
Mm-hmm.
on. You can put the flower in the context of any story. Dude, this guy is like a friggin' like Old Testament pastor of writing.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Fire and brimstone for your script.
Wait, that wasn't a dream?
Apparently not.
Oh, good guy.
Says the Deus Ex Machina.
Fair. But I was going to say, why do writers do that? Why do writers just give up and do the Deus Ex Machina? Like, just why?
I cannot
it
speak to that.
sucks every time. What?
Wow.
That was a great moment. Kind of a sweet moment.
Hmm.
Oh, come on. Just be honest with them, pal.
Mm.
I want to know if this is how Kaufman viewed it. Like, views it. Like, sometimes he goes out as the one, sometimes he goes out as the other, like the
Like
sides of his
he's literally
personality.
sees himself as two different people.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Oh, he's being so too charming.
Mm.
That lingering look. Loved it. Oh, man. Those are actually wildly uninteresting answers. Ah, okay. Yay! I was right.
Mm.
Oh my god, that was incredible.
Right?
This is yeah. She watched this afterwards. Jesus.
I mean, one would have to hope that they ran the script by her before they shot the movie. I mean, I know there's no promise of that, but one would have to hope.
You do got a little hope there. I will agree with that. Photoshop? So she did. Okay. And it meant nothing. There's a conversation starter.
Awkward silence just became an awkward conversation very quickly.
Oh, yeah, he was stoned.
Mm.
Oh, I'm about to say, does he drug her up and then they do a photo shoot?
He sent it to her in the mail.
Okay. How the
I
Grinch
mean,
stole your mom's car. Green cocaine joke.
oh no, I got it. I got it.
I know, but it was so bad I had to explain it to ruin it further. Oh, just kicked in.
You know, Meryl Streep, ladies and gentlemen.
There's nothing she doesn't
This,
crush.
I know, right? Like this is, there's nothing happening here, and it's riveting.
Oh, she got your package. What?
Ugh.
All right. This dude worries me deeply.
Mm, yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. I don't understand it, but I knew it. I mean, like 6 scenes ago, he was calling her like, just bashing the hell out of her,
Mm-hmm.
calling her a leech and everything else. Okay, so she's just a hippie now, fully high.
Right. Yeah. I was just thinking like that looks like a scene from like a '60s mushroom movie right there. Like,
Oh, so she's got a full like thing going with this guy. I thought it was maybe like a regret for being on his porn site or something. Like she just found out that she was on the site or something, but
mm,
okay.
be right back. Just gotta grab something that's out of reach.
It actually shouldn't be either of you.
You're both way underqualified for this operation.
Not a place I would go to. Just putting that out there.
Hmm.
I'm really dying to know how like accurate a lot of this is.
I mean, We'll talk about that when it's over.
Oh, damn, Meryl. Yeah, you go be jealous.
It was research, I swear. Even when she's being devious, she's still charming.
There's a lot of tension in this. I knew it. I knew it. Yes.
I mean, I get that that's a tense moment, but it was just so. It was just so
No, that
weirdly
was comical.
ridiculous.
That was absolutely comical. That was yeah. Come on, buddy. You're running from a Florida man. You got to run fast.
You're already in the swamp. Where the hell are you going to run to? Everywhere is death.
Yeah, they should already be dead.
Yeah.
Hey, he loves writing himself being called fat.
I mean, the poor dude lives in Hollywood, which means if he's my size, he's basically obese compared to everybody else there.
I didn't find that to be true.
No?
Oh. Oh, man. What an awesome character.
Mm.
Nah, you'd be eaten. You'd be dead. Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one just casually sleeps in the swamp. No.
Now I want to see Meryl Streep's like feet hanging out of an alligator.
And somehow it would still be adorable.
Somehow she'd nail it. Yeah, get on out of there with your Taurus. Oh, dude.
That was intense.
Jesus. At no part of the movie did I see this coming. Saw that coming.
It's about time they got here.
Oh, wait. Are we getting a Deus Ex Machina? We're getting a Deus Ex Machina. Gator Ex Machina.
Exactly, yes.
Now it's a Florida movie. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Not often you hate Meryl Streep, but I'm hating her.
Mm.
Oh, is she still high? Oh, I thought that was a breathalyzer. That call. Ow.
I gotta tell you, now I'm sold on Prague. I never thought about it before.
Really? Oh, buddy, look into Prague.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So just everybody in this movie cheats. Missed your shot, dude. Accept
Mm-hmm.
it. Come, you got a man. Look, there's what you want for the character, and then there's like, you know, morality that hits. It's like,
Sure. Yeah.
oh, what a mean song to end on. Oh,
And of course, yeah, the flowers on the LA highway shot. How many thousands of movies have this fucking shot? I gotta
not,
ask.
I don't know about,
Or not,
I
not,
don't know.
not LA Highway, Sunset Boulevard. The Sunset Boulevard flowers. I mean, my God, every goddamn film student thinks that they're the ones who discovered this shot.
Oh, that is actually really cool.
Mm.
So what if Nick Cage's brother, Mark Coppola, actually stood in as one of the twins during filming?
Sure, yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and Meryl Streep said the screenplay was the best she had ever read. Susan Orlean was at first concerned that some people would think her portrayal in the film was accurate, but
She
was
was
then,
concerned, was she?
yes, she was concerned, but then was reminded how Charlie Kaufman portrays himself in the film.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah. No. Okay. So as far as like true or false, to my understanding, everything that we see that Kaufman reads from the book, The Orchid Thief, whenever he's reading the book, The Orchid Thief, and working on that script, that part of the script, reading the book, that's all nonfiction. That's all based off of what was in the book and what really happened between Orlean and LaRoche. Everything else is pure fiction.
You can tell when it
Yeah.
goes from one to the other. All right. You want to close the film?
I don't know what to say about it, honestly.
No, I mean actually close it, so we're not listening to it anymore.
Oh, right. Yeah. That part.
No, I thought
many
this was
many years of my
absolutely
life sitting
outstanding.
in a movie theater. Many years of my life sitting in a movie theater with the credits scrolling, and I already start talking to friends, about the movie we just watched. It
Oh,
has
that's fair.
inured me to the whole concept of like stopping the movie before, like I don't even hear the credit music anymore.
Okay, I can give you that. No, I thought this was a fantastic film. I enjoyed every single piece of it. The actors were spot on throughout the whole film. The
Mhm.
writing was enjoyable. By the way, the screen play guy McKee, he
Right?
actually
Yeah.
suggested that Brian Cox play him in the film, and he got his way. Like that's pretty cool. I
Nice.
like that. And
Nice.
man,
Yeah.
Brian Cox killed that role.
He really did. He really did. He kind of stole the show
Jesus.
for someone who's only on screen for like 2 minutes. He freaking stole the show for
Yeah,
sure.
he
But that
owned
is what
that.
Brian Cox does.
Every time. Every
Yeah.
time. And weirdly, both Brian Cox and the guy who played the Roche or Chris Cooper were different characters in the Bourne movies.
Oh, right. Right. I forgot that. See, that's the thing is like Cooper, I never recognized because they've got him so like
It
Florida
took me a
manned out
long
there.
time, yeah.
He's got the missing teeth, the long hair, and the whole like it like yeah, like I never recognized him from that. Yeah.
No,
But
he
he did
killed
win
it.
an Oscar for this.
No, he did a fantastic job.
Mhm.
Uh, interestingly, last week we were watching and covering Indian in the Cupboard.
Right. Yep.
Lightfoot was one of the three native men that were collecting ghost orchids at the beginning of the movie.
I knew one of those dudes looked familiar, and I
So
couldn't
did I, but
place
I
it.
did not want to be the I did not want to be the racist white guy. I didn't want to be
Right, yeah, I
wrong.
didn't want to be that guy to say like, clearly there's only two of them in the world. He's got to be one of them. Like,
Yeah, no, Native American actor,
right, yeah,
late 90s, early 2000s, has to be the same guy. Turns out it was.
right.
No, that was kind of wild. I was looking through that. I was like, that is that? And then I went to the IMDb. I was like, son of a bitch, that was Lightfoot.
Right.
Oh my god. Like,
Nice,
I
nice.
never saw this guy. Never really think anything. And then bam, back to back, week to week. I really want to put this up as a must see because it's kind of a movie about nothing and about everything at the exact same time, and it was
Right,
done
yeah.
perfectly. I thought this was
Well,
absolutely awesome.
what I loved about it too is that this was a movie like above everything else. It is, and especially if you're, in the arts, it is about the inconsistency of rules. Because everything that happens in this movie is Kaufman breaking a rule. Like the Deus Ex Machina that he was told not to do, the voiceover he was told not to do, the fact that he starts the movie off saying, "I don't want to do any of these, hack, cliche Hollywood things like a drug ring and a car chase and an affair," and then at the end of the movie he does them all at once.
Right.
You
No,
know,
that
like
was And the thing is, like,
And,
it doesn't matter if you wow them at the end. It doesn't matter anything that happens before. And you
right,
had, like,
yes.
but the thing is, you had a lot of enjoyable moments before. But then that car crash,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was a
intense.
wow at the end.
That had to have been an expensive shot because wow, it was an unsettlingly realistic and well done. Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. All right.
But
Final
yeah,
thoughts
so
for. Go ahead. Go.
actually, you know what? We made it. We didn't. Oh no, I guess we did. I was gonna say, weren't we supposed to, like, since this was a first time viewing for you, you were supposed to give your first thoughts. But I guess you did do that. You just didn't announce it, so I didn't realize that's what you were doing. Yeah. But that's it. It is an amazing film. I think it weirdly does not have the staying power that I thought it would have. Like, this is a movie that it's a multi-Oscar winner. It's, all of the talent involved are people that have, well-known stuff. You've got the writer of Being John Malkovich, the director of uh, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Then you've got that whole cast. Like, this movie should be more popular, right? It should be showing more. Like, there should be more memes of this than there are, in my opinion. I don't know why it hasn't. Like, after it won its Oscar, people just kind of forgot about it after that, and I always thought that was strange. I feel like more people should be talking about this.
That is how that goes with those movies often, though. They are amazing one-time watches, the first-time watch, and then, like, The Departed. Departed is an incredible movie the first time you see it, and I certainly love rewatching it. But most people, once the surprise happens, once you know what's going to happen, they just don't care about the rewatch.
Yeah, I guess. I have not seen The Departed a second time. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So what do you got from? What do you got for me for next week?
I don't know. My notebook is all the way over on the other side of the room. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine, trying to figure out any suggestions for what we should cover next week. All right, I know what I want to recommend for you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Double Take.
Sorry. Just as you were talking. Say that again, please.
Double Take. A movie starring Orlando Jones and Eddie Griffin.
Double. I feel like I've heard of that, but I cannot think of it. And Orlando Jones and Eddie Griffin. I feel like I should know this movie, but yeah, I'm not seeing any pictures in my head.
Possibly. I just know that we haven't done a good blaxploitation film this season yet. And it's time I bring one in.
Sure.
Because I'm sorry, as a teenager, those were my favorite movies through and through.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I get you. Okay. Well, let me see here. Well, I mean, maybe I can find something that pairs well with it. What is? I mean, other than blaxploitation, what is Double Take? What would you say?
Mistaken identity, and two men try to trade lives so one can escape.
Ah, interesting. Okay. Well, let me see. Oh gosh. Well, I've got a few that I think might pair well with it, but I'm wondering if it's appropriate, or if it's like going to be like too much of the same thing.
What do you got?
Well, I'm thinking my first thought is Gunman. I mentioned Gunman to you before when we did the rundown, and I told you that, like, there's basically another version of the rundown, but instead of The Rock and
Sean William
Scott. Thank you. But it's basically the rundown, except it's Christopher Lambert and Mario Van Peebles.
Oh right, yeah, you did mention that.
So there's that. There's also Born in East LA. That one might be topical, It's a Cheech Marin movie about a American
know.
citizen of Latin heritage who gets deported and has to try and get back in America.
Yeah, I know, but I've already seen that one.
You have? Oh,
Yeah, I haven't seen the other one.
you are literally the first person I've met in my life that has already seen that movie. Every time I've mentioned it, no one's ever heard of it.
Nah, no, there was
Congratulations.
there was like that, couple months stretch where I just watched every Cheech Marin movie.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, that'd do it.
Like the
How
Corsican
great was
Brothers
the
is
Corsican
still-
Brothers? Yeah. I was gonna like talk about a movie that is like completely out of left field for both of those guys, and yet is like top of the line. Like anytime you go Cheech, you know the true Cheech and Chong fans who go like, and the Corsican Brothers, like,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Might just have to watch that one just because it's been a little over 20 years since I've seen it. So
Probably the same for me, yeah. Here's a true classic. Oh,
let's
You
go
feel
for
like
the true
going
classic.
you want to go black and white?
Aye.
That's how classic I'm talking. Black and white.
All right, yeah, but like how good? Like
Fucking amazing. Okay, you
All
remember
right,
how I've told you
let's do
before
it.
how there are certain types of movies that I'm just not into? Okay? War movies being one of them. I'm not really a war movie guy.
yeah.
Stalag 17 is a war movie that I love.
All right, let's watch it.
All right. Stalag 17 it is then. So we're going to
All
do
right.
Stalag 17 and double take.
Next, yeah, that's going to be about as wildly different as can possibly be.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Possibly Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, but definitely Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, from now until then, stay safe and stay sane.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Heist. I'm Bradley Hackworth, joined by Jonathan Ems, otherwise known as Doc.
Greetings, fellow humans.
That's going to be funny because it's nighttime behind me, and when we start the show, it's night. All right, let that clear out for a few seconds, and then
How many of our viewers stuck with us? Is Applesauce Guy still here?
I think Applesauce Dude still is, because he just dropped the letter E, like, towards the end of the reaction. So, either
The letter
he
E.
popped out... No, literally, just E.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
this
was waiting for it.
episode,
Like, the letter of the week is the letter E.
right? Yeah. You know this
The word
episode
of the
of
week? I don't
Heist.
know.
This episode of Heist was brought to you by the letter E.
Excrement. That's a bad one. I'm disappointed that that's the first E word that came to mind.
Yeah, I first thought of excellent, but I was like, no, something else because that one's too easy.
You know what? I've been making I've been like building a compost pile, and I think that's just like it's on.
Gotcha.
The brain's
yeah,
in a
okay.
weird place. All right, that's enough. I'm talking.